This is the plaintiff, Patricia Goldstein. She says the defendant, her friend of 17 years, agreed to host her daughter's bridal shower, then turned around and changed her mind after they got into a fight. She went to great expense on the invitations. Her longtime friend isn't a friend anymore, and she's suing for the $600 she's most positively owed. This is the defendant, Diane Forquinon. She says the plaintiff's dog and daughter broke her cell phone, and the plaintiff refused to pay for it to be fixed. They got into a big knockdown, drag-out fight, and since the plaintiff refused to pay for her phone, she refused to host the bridal shower. Now, the plaintiff has the unmitigated gall to sue her. She's flabbergasted by the plaintiff's actions, and in case the plaintiff was wondering, she feels the same way. Their friendship is kaput. She's accused of fouling up a friendship. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $532.25 for the cost of a new phone and some ice cube trays.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Be seated. Come to order, please. There's no pain. There is no pain in my foot. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you. Patricia Goldstein, you are suing Diane how do I pronounce your name?
Forquinon, Your Honor.
Forquinon for $600 in damages that you say you have sustained as a result of her pulling out of hosting a baby shower for your daughter?
Bridal
shower for your daughter. Let me not put the cart before the horse. And
Please.
You are counterclaiming against her and her children for the cost of a new phone and some ice cube trays. Tell me what's going on.
Diane came to my house to stay for the weekend.
How long had you two known each other?
17 years.
Okay, so you've been friends a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had to run out and do some errands. She stayed with my children. And I got this frantic phone call that my children and my dog broke her phone.
How did they supposedly break your phone?
It got knocked off of the couch where we were sitting and the screen got smashed.
Where was it on the couch?
It was on the arm of the couch next to me. Her daughter was sitting on the other end of the couch.
What was it doing on the arm of the couch?
I had it next to me in case Patty called while she was out because I was with her kids.
Did it have a phone case?
It did not.
What kind of phone was it?
It was a Samsung Blaze, Galaxy Blaze.
And what's that phone cost?
The cost of the phone for a refurbished phone, because I do no longer sell my phone, is $391.05.
And how did the phone break?
It got knocked off the arm onto the hardwood floor and the screen smashed.
What did she do?
Her daughter pulled the dog up onto the couch with her on the opposite side of where she was sitting, and between the two of them jumping on the couch, the phone fell on the floor.
Okay, so if I understand it, the daughter, who's how old?
14.
Had the nerve to use a couch as a couch. And your phone that you had precariously perched on an arm without a cover fell and cracked, and that's the cause of this problem between two people who've known each other for 17 years. Have I got it?
Yep.
Yes.
And I was told because I wouldn't pay for her phone, she wasn't going to host the bridal shower.
So she's upset at you. She's upset that the phone is broken. The two of you go to a store.
Right.
And so you go to the store, and what happens?
They said it was $120.
And you say?
I would pay half.
And because what?
A friendship.
Okay.
Strictly friendship, no other reason.
But did you ever say to her, look, it's not my daughter's fault, or, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. And what did she say?
Oh, at the store, she said no, because her parents were away and she didn't want to be without a phone at that time. And then she called me up the following day. She said, I thought about it. I slept on it, and I don't feel that I should have to pay anything. You should pay the whole thing. And at that point I said, is that accurate? She offered to pay half, and you told her
she did offer to pay half, and I said I did not know where I was coming up with the additional $60 to pay for a phone that I did not break. And I did not.
You don't think you broke it?
No.
You put your phone without a case on the arm of a sofa, and what did the child do wrong? I know your phone broke. What did the child do wrong?
This wide.
Okay, but what did the kid do wrong? She sits on the sofa with the dog, pulls the dog up, and the dog maybe, I guess, hops on. And that's how little it took for your phone without a cover to fall off the arm. Maybe it shouldn't have been on the arm.
Perhaps it shouldn't, Your Honor. But
I think so.
I didn't feel
so
that
then
it was
what happens? She turns around and she tells you that she's not going to host your daughter's bridal shower?
It's in the text.
You have it in your phone so I can see the text back and forth? That's kind of what I like to do, get it in context.
I have it in my phone, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll make sure that it's the same
I don't know if it's at the exact point
Okay.
there.
And if you don't mind,
Thank you.
defendant.
I do not want, this is from you. I do not want to take the step, but if the issue of payment for my phone broken by your daughter and dog is not resolved before November 16th with some sort of plan for payment on the repairs, I will be forced to take you to small claims. I will also not be able to host the bridal shower here at my complex. The bridal shower is going to be hosted at her, what's her complex?
She lives with her parents, and in the complex, there's like a party room there.
I will send you the ice cube trays you requested I purchased for the event that you would reimburse me for when that is paid as well. That is $7. I think I may have been able to find a way to replace my phone with a used one for like $90 instead of $120. I'm trying to work with you. I just want to get this resolved so I can get my phone fixed without having to go any further. You finally respond to her November 5th. You threaten me with court. You bug me to pay for a phone I didn't break. Then you say I should respect you and our long friendship. Are you kidding? The day to resolve this, when I was being kind to you out of friendship, that ship has long sailed since then.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So why do long, good friendships blow up over stupid things?
Very long resentments. Resentments have been building for
Do you
decades.
have a good friend who you just don't have any resentment toward?
No.
Wow. Wow. What do you think?
Yes, I do.
No. Okay. But no. But why do you think they blow up over dumb, stupid things?
Well, Lord, I don't know how to answer that question right now.
Well, and I'm not trying. Okay, I won't try to pressure you. Why?
Because people don't know how to communicate when something like that
That's a
happens.
good one. Okay, there you go. We got inside the courtroom.
Every parent I've spoken to said they would immediately have offered to pay to fix a phone. You are, as a parent, legally responsible for what your children do. Okay, interesting. What are you suing for? You're suing for $90 for the invitations because now that she's pulled out of hosting the bridal shower, you have to hold it somewhere else.
Right.
And so the original invitations that you paid, prove to me you paid $90 for invitations with that address on it.
This is the invitation, and this is the receipt. I did make an error, though. It was $78. I apologize.
Yeah, that's what I saw. So show me the receipt.
It's
Okay.
right.
All right, so that was $78. And then why would, if she reimbursed you, if I ordered her to reimburse you for that, if I found that that was inappropriate, one thing has nothing to do with the other, she made a commitment and she should have followed through. Okay, if I say that, why would she pay for both the original invitations and new invitations? Then you'd have gotten invitations for free.
Right. No, I understand that. I thought I already
so
laid
you can't
out.
sue for both. And then the
Okay.
cost of securing a new venue, why would she have to pay for that?
Because I have to pay. I have to now try to find another place.
Well,
in a
yeah,
short
that's
amount of
unfortunate.
time.
I mean, but that could always happen. I mean, look, if you had paid some money to
I guess.
to the complex and now you can't get those fees back, yeah, those are damages.
Right.
But you have a counterclaim against her and her children for $532.25. $523 of it, the cost of a new phone.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we've been over that, and the cost of ice cube trays. What ice cube trays are we talking about?
These are specialty ice cube trays she asked me to pick up to make ice for the party. And I was told I would be reimbursed.
I never got them.
I understand.
I
When's
didn't
the
give
party?
them to her because I was
The
supposed
party already passed, or is it prospective?
No, it's passed.
And did it already happen?
No, I couldn't have it.
You didn't have any party?
No,
Oh.
I have to reschedule.
Do you want
them.
the ice cube trays?
No,
Okay. That's it?
that's it.
Have we pretty much packaged it up in a little ribbon? 17 years of somebody's friendship? Seriously?
That's,
How many friends do you have whose house you stay over as a guest on the weekend where this kind of happens?
I've never had anything like this happen, Your Honor. And that's kind of why I was so upset with the whole thing. It's not the first time that
Have you ever
things
had a phone
happened
break?
with Patty.
Have you ever had a phone break?
I've had a phone break, yes.
Okay, if you have, then why do you have a phone without a cover?
I honestly do not have that kind of cash to spend on a phone cover right now.
But more importantly, why wouldn't you take better care of the phone? I mean, how do you not think this is your fault for leaving it in a bad spot?
Honestly, Your Honor, because her daughter was sitting on the other end of the couch. I had originally been sitting
What
next
did the
to her.
kid do wrong? She went like that for her dog and her dog jumped on.
They knocked the phone down and broke it.
No, they caused the sofa to vibrate and then your phone fell off. And over that, you got this high and mighty about the whole thing to the point where you're punishing her other daughter and saying, that's it, I'm pulling out. Now you can't have a party I offered to have. How do you ever justify pulling the party into it?
It was more than that, Your Honor. It was what else happened, transpired that weekend.
Tell me
that
about
forced
it.
me to get to that point. She has an older son. He's in his 20s. I honestly don't remember how old he is. He came home,
27.
decided he wanted to bake cookies, and he started baking cookies, and there was something burnt in the bottom of the oven. I'm an asthmatic. Her son was baking the cookies, and the house was filling with smoke and fumes. And she originally told him to stop baking the cookies. He's saying it's no big deal. The smoke will clear out before Patty's husband, Steve, gets home, who's also an asthmatic. And I said, well, I'm an asthmatic. I can't be breathing this in at all either. And I said to him, I don't want to end up in the emergency room because you want to make cookies. And he starts screaming at me, how dare you come in my house, curse at me in front of my girlfriend, refused to stop baking the cookies. I had to go outside the home at night in the damp coldness in just a sweatshirt, not prepared for the dampness and the coldness, and ended up ill.
Why didn't you put a coat on?
I didn't have a coat with me, Your Honor, because I was supposed to be in their house. It was warm enough during the day that I needed a sweatshirt. We were going to be indoors at night. I did not bring a coat with me. I just had a sweatshirt.
Is this the first time you have her stay over for the weekend?
No, but it's the last.
And I ended up ill, and then her son is going on Facebook and posting nasty messages on my page under her name. This is why I said, if you can't resolve this phone issue, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm doing you a favor by hosting this bridal shower at my complex. If you can't resolve this issue, I'm not going to host the bridal shower. She refused to speak to me in any way. How can I host a bridal shower when she refuses to speak to me?
Okay. All right. How many friends do you each have that you've known for 17 years?
I have quite a few that I've known longer than that, Your Honor.
2, 3, not many.
I don't know how many I have that I've known for 17 years.
It's a long time.
We didn't speak for quite some time in the middle, Your Honor, because she used to take advantage of me for free babysitting, and I stopped speaking to her for a while. We just recently got back in touch and started hanging out again.
That didn't work out so well, though, did it?
No, it did not. It was a mistake.
I got
on my
to tell
part.
you, you're wrong. You're wrong. This, under no way, shape, or form is this her daughter's fault. And that was the first thing that set this all on fire, was your attitude about how she had to pay because her daughter broke your phone. Her daughter didn't break your phone. You put your phone in a stupid place without a phone cover. That arm is not for phone holding. That arm is for the sofa. And that sofa is in a house where there are kids and dogs. And the kids and dogs are allowed to use the sofa in their house when you're a guest without worrying about where you have perched your phone. You are wrong. So that means that the original invitations that are useless because they have the wrong place on them, she is going to have to reimburse you for, to the tune of $78.21. That's it on your claim against her. On her claim against you, 0. You are the proud owner of 7 ice cube trays. Okay?
Here comes the defendant out here. You do have the ice cube trays, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so stepping a little closer. How are you feeling coming out of the courtroom?
I think that the judge was wrong, that the daughter did break my phone regardless of where it was perched. But at this point, I'm just happy it's over.
It's kind of sad for everybody.
It is.
I'm sure for you. How does
It's
it feel
sad
for
to
you?
lose a 17-year friendship over something this ridiculous. But this is not the first time she's taken advantage of me. She stole things, put them in my bag, and I would have been responsible if she had gotten caught just that weekend.
You want this friendship back at some point?
No, I do not, because clearly she cannot be trusted and her character is in question. And I cannot be friends with someone whose character I don't trust.
Then why are you crying?
Because it hurts to have this happen this long.
All right. Good luck. Right down this way. All right, step on in here and tears from her.
Yeah, I saw that. Kind of phony
Why do you say that?
because of everything that she's put me through. All the text messages and the phone calls and
You were friends for 17 years.
yes.
Aren't you sorry to see it end over something like this?
I mean, I am, but I have no control over it.
You done with her?
Yep.
Okay, Harvey.
Bottom line here, you're not responsible for breaking somebody else's property if there's no negligence, which means basically carelessness. And here, there was no negligence over breaking the phone. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.